The best fucking I ever had.
Welcome to Rod Uncensored podcast. I got somebody was very on the very first couple episodes of my lives. Miss Londa, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
So what's been going on with you? How's the network going and all that jazz?
Pretty good. I finally got a solid team, making connections. I took the summer off from my show so that I could get out here and really shake hands. Like, it's good to post on social media, but you still got to step outside of social media. So,
Okay.
my show, Queens Talk Live, will be starting back up this coming Saturday at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sip and Talk will be starting up as well. I haven't decided on which day, but it'll be pre-recorded. But all of my shows are going to be on my network.
Okay. What about that live action show? How was the numbers about the TV show? The TV show was supposed to be on your network. I forgot the name of it.
Kingdom.
Yeah, how's that going?
That raised my analytics.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're that was the pilot that aired on the that's airing now actually on the network. It's been airing since what was that? July. Now they're filming for season 1.
Wow.
So we just did auditions yesterday.
Okay. So you said the analytics was great for it. Everybody was messing with the show, the pilot of it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the reality TV show? Are you still going on with that or the dating show?
So with that, I put that on the back burner for now because I figure even though I was going to design it where it's going to be very interesting, but when people see dating show, it's like, oh, it's just a dating show. So nobody was really gravitating to it. So I put that on the back burner. And the show that I'm working on right now is called Minnesota Talent. This is a TV show for ages 6 and up to come and show their talent. Pianolists, if you tap dance, whatever you do, you sing, you rap, come be on the show. Show your talent.
Okay. And when is that starting?
So right now what I'm doing is I'm doing fundraisers to raise the money to pay for the production. So October 28th, I have a venue where I'm doing a Roaring 20s type of style thing. It's for Halloween, but I'm selling tickets. They're $25 in advance, 30 at the door. And this is to raise the money to pay for the production of the show. So once we get the money for the production, we're going to start doing our auditions.
Okay. And you said 6 and up?
Yep, ages 6 and up.
Okay. And you know me, I'm liking what I'm hearing. So you said they could just are they gonna be able to cash app you then for the ticket, or how would they get the ticket?
It's available on Eventbrite, or that is another way you can pay for it through Venmo. You can pay for it through Cash App. I prefer they just go and purchase the ticket on Eventbrite because then they'll get the confirmation through their email and all of that.
And it's less a hassle.
Yeah, it's less a hassle because then I got to figure out, how do I send them confirmation or keep a track of who paid? I just rather for them to just purchase the ticket off of Eventbrite.
Okay. So what's your thoughts about this social media drama with Krishan DeRock and Blueface and her naming the kid Krishan? How what's your thoughts about this, man?
Her naming him Krishan, I think that was cute. I think it was different. I never seen a woman have a junior. I mean, like not have a junior, but a junior after her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he needs to stop acting like a female, get out of his feelings, and stop threatening her to take her child from her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she just had a baby. And when women first have kids, they go through postpartum and all of that. You don't want to take her through that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's trying to break her. I think he should just kind of chill and just, because she's not keeping the child from him. She's made that very clear. She's not keeping the child from him. Just be a man, sit down, talk with your baby mama, work something out, and stay off you and your mama.
But do you think, you know what I mean, this for just the normal people, she already knew who Blueface was.
Okay.
Right? So can we say, if you already know what it is, can we really get mad at how the person acts?
We're talking about a child, though. There's a child involved.
But I understand that, Miss Londa, but she decided to have that baby with an unstable man, mentally.
I mean, there's still no excuse for it.
So I guess I don't know what happened with her. I guess she'll come back. But yeah, I really think it's really a crazy situation in general. Let me see what she's doing.
I got booted out somehow, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think there's no excuse for it.
I think they both got some growing to do.
Yeah, she still got some growing to do.
And you know what I mean, hopefully they can work it out for the Krishan Jr. That sounds crazy even to say some shit like that.
It's Krishan Jesus Malone Jr.
Jesus Malone.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. like from Rihanna naming her kid Ryan to this stuff right here, man. It's just getting crazy and crazy. Like these celebrities with these crazy names. But man, what do you think is the biggest problem with these kids, man, and these teachers? Why this weird stuff is happening so much?
You talking about the situation with the 25-year-old teacher having sexual?
Yeah.
I mean, why would you doing their background checks? I mean, I really don't know how to answer that. You know what I'm saying? When you don't dibble and dabble in that world, it's like you can't relate to it, so you can't answer it.
Like I never seen this. This wasn't a big thing when I was a kid. Right. You know what I mean? The teachers didn't even. It might happen, but you know what I mean? I didn't see it. Like
back in my days, the teacher was somebody that you could go to for help or like a safe haven away from home if you needed to. You didn't have to worry about if your teacher was going to try to sleep with you, or at least I never had to.
Like I don't have no problems. Like I never had no teacher. I remember a teacher I had a football coach who was able to take me. He used to take me home. You can't even do that shit no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't even do that shit no more. You know what I mean? Just you're not even supposed to have that kind of contact with your, you know what I mean, even with your football coach. It's weird to me how life has changed for the worse.
Yeah. I mean, and then it's like, so we can't send our kids to school and expect for them to be safe and not expect for things like that to happen. But then if we don't send them to school, we get in trouble.
You know what I mean? It's only certain people that do that. You got to be Amish or something like that, of that kind of sort, to really do something like that. They ain't give you no waiver. They ain't give you no waiver to do nothing like that at all. But man, what's your thoughts about also, man? That's this crazy Tyrese situation of DJ Envy bullying them. Did you see that?
No, he mentioned it earlier. Somebody brought it up on the show earlier, and I didn't get a chance to even go. But DJ Envy, I'm thinking of DJ Academics. Okay, no, yeah, I don't know about that. But what's going on with that? Why is
so pretty much he was kind of like making fun of, you know what I mean, what he was going on with, you know what I mean, he got out of a really nasty divorce with his wife, the little Spanish chick. And he was like, yo, Tyrese, why would you doing all that on social media? Like trying to crack slick. You should just see the video. You know what I mean? I really don't like that show no more after
What's the
Angela
show?
Yee left. I mean, The Breakfast Club. I don't even watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I've never been big. After Angela Lee left and got her own, I was like, nah, I'm good. And you know what I mean? This overall, these celebrities is really weird. Just like how they set up that Kiki Palmer and Usher shit was set up. You seen that? She's back with her baby daddy.
No, the last where I had got off was they had broke up. Then her and Usher just did a song or something, a video together. That's where I left off at.
Yeah, she's back with her baby daddy. It was at the Beyonce concert situation. So I'm like, it's all this stuff for clout, man. They just want to keep reinvent themselves in controversy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what the industry makes people feel like they have to do. Like, you got to create drama to be relevant. I literally just had a meeting with somebody because I'm like, okay, I have to be careful who I attach myself to. When there's something on the table, but you got to move a certain way, so I can't attach myself to, you know what I'm saying, like other networks that's got certain type of shows where they parading girls around half naked, twerking, you know, all of that. I can't really attach myself to that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Like I you know what I mean? I think it's no such thing as bad publicity for myself. You know what I mean? For me, like, you know what I mean? I like to have a free going range, you know what I mean, channel. So I don't have the problems with that. I'm not, like, as long as you don't talk about no hate shit, I'm pretty cool with anybody. As long as you don't promote no hate stuff, I don't have no problems with that.
Well, I mean, I feel like I can have people on the network that can create in their own way. You can show the drama, but you don't gotta do it with the violence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because not only that, I have a nonprofit. My nonprofit is geared towards single women and teen girls. And I'm trying to help runaway girls, sex trafficked girls. So to have that, but then promote this, that doesn't go.
Oh, yeah. That right there, I understand what you mean, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I understand on that, but I don't know. I see a lot of things, but that's what sells on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not rah, your number's gonna be la. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you're not talking about the next big thing, or you got like a fake scoop, like that's what sells, man. It's a lot of cat on the social media, and I just hate that Black people can't network when it comes to podcasting. It's the craziest shit I ever seen.
Yeah, I've tried it. Like, in that group that I have on Facebook, it's over 1,000 people in there, and I've done things like created sign up sheets. Let's sign up. Let's see how we can help each other out on each other's shows. Like, some moderate, or even just show up and be in the comments, like, share, comment. You know, be guests on each other's shows, and nobody pays attention to it. They just want to post and share, but you're not realizing all you're doing is sharing. Nobody's really subscribing to each other. Nobody's really, you know what I'm saying, really tuning in to one another. And it's like, y'all don't get it. We're podcasters, so who else better to help each other? If you know what I'm saying, people in the same world.
And like, the biggest thing about it is, like, when you have new people on, you get a different demographic, right? Like, you're in Missouri, right? You're in Minnesota. That's what I meant. God damn. You're in Minnesota. I'm in Delaware, right? So it's a possibility of somebody seeing it in Minnesota. Oh, damn, that's Rod Uncensored. Let me share his shit 3 times. Now I got 3 subscribers from Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a chain reaction of doing media wise. You know what I mean, and collabing with people.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing with collabing. And you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? I'm sorry about to pick up my interviews again because I was meeting some different people and I'm like, damn, I clipped this shit up 3 times. I can get some I get most of my subscribers off shorts.
Yeah.
Nobody really watched no 30-minute video.
Mm-mm.
Real long. They might watch 5 minutes of it. Like that's why YouTube brought them clips on because they saw what TikTok was doing.
Yeah.
They saw what crazy number of people was doing off of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But so why is that your mission for runaways and stuff like that?
Teen girls, because first of all, there's a lot of girls who run away from home. When they run away from home, we already know what's going to happen. In most cases, they're going to end up into the hands of the wrong person and be mistreated and misused. Girls aging out of foster care, by the time they turn 18 and age out of foster care, if there's no plan in place for them, they either have to return back to the same situation on the streets, in even more messed up situations, or in prison. So the program is called TAPS. It's called Teens Aiming for Success. It will be for girls 16 to the age of 21. They would come through this program, and there's different steps that they will have to go through: employment, education, etiquette, business, or not business, budgeting, and some kind, if there's a kid involved, some parenting. They have to graduate each category in the program. The incentive at the end, though, is to be able to put them in an apartment, pay their first and last month's rent, furniture voucher, and household essentials. Monthly check-ins. Even though you've gone through the program and you've graduated, we still want to check in with you monthly. We want to make sure that you're maintaining employment so that you can stay stable in your apartment. We want to make sure you still have transportation to get back and forth to work, whether it's going to be through a monthly bus pass or we're going to either get donated a van or something for this. But it's just to lower the number of girls just ending up on the streets in messed up situations. The etiquette and the self-esteem classes is to teach girls that they're better than what a lot of people feel they have to show to be important or noticed.
But can I say this though, Miss Londa? Do you feel like parents nowadays lack that one-on-one teaching with their kids? I mean, men and women, mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
Which they don't get that knowledge of budgeting and self-love and enough.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's fair to say.
And I'm just seeing locally, you know me, where I'm from, you know me, in Maryland, I see a lot of shootings and killings and you know what I mean, stuff like that. I feel like if we get off this thing of, you know me, letting our past hold us, you know what I mean, and people being bitter, this shit might be able to slow down if we get out of our own ways.
Yeah. You know what? I think what happened with this generation is they got stuck on how things was in our generation, and they felt like it was just so awful that they came up with this notion like, I'm not going to raise my kids the way I was raised, which in some cases is understandable. But at the same time, like, kids still need discipline. They still need guidance. Like, tablets and phones and just giving them everything that they want, that's not, you know what I'm saying? You still got to teach your kids. I see people buy their kids expensive stuff and it's thrown around, or they treat the tablet like a Lego block. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was raised different. I for some shit like that, I got my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? She spent her hard-earned money. How dare you just throw it down like that and treat it like that? It's just a lot of stuff they're not being taught. They're not being taught a lot of important stuff. They don't have no respect. They can sit and be in grown-ups' business. I was not allowed. When my mom had company, I had to move around. You either go into your room or you're gonna go outside and play with your friends, but you're not sitting in here, you're not joining in on conversations. It's just a lot of stuff that I see that this is why the generation is how it is.
And I think is the biggest thing about it is people are too independent to a default, right? And it's mainly in our black women, right? It is they think we get to the point where we celebrate single motherhood, and it's great. It's some great single mothers out here, but it takes two to raise a village, and we don't let our uncles, the uncles that's what I mean, is some solid people. I'm not saying the uncles that creepy or nothing like that, but young boys need role models, men role models in their life. I don't care if it's your uncles. I don't care if it's the nigga's granddad, your father. You know what I mean? They need that because a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. A woman can't do it. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different targets for us that y'all don't know about. Y'all don't know how to. You know what I mean? Certain
Yeah, I know
situations
exactly what you're saying.
you can't teach.
Yeah,
Um, and I feel like that's the most thing. These young boys are too emotional. What I mean is too emotional. Their decisions are too emotional. A lot of them move like women.
mhm,
Um, and it's because they didn't get the proper guidelines. You know, what I mean, a lot of them seen what their mom is going through. Some moms been, you know what I mean. Some of them just praise their man too much and put them up like gods, right? And that's why the boy is unable to go be a go getter because he said, "Man, my mom taking care of this nigga. This nigga don't got to get out the house." You know what I mean?
yeah,
So we're programming our kids messed up. We programming them wrong. We're not feeding them the good stuff.
right.
We should program them into. You know what I mean? So I feel like till we fix that, it's going to be the same situation. That's why.
Some families got men in their family, but what can they teach the kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a brother. I never allow my kids to go around him because no, you're not gonna throw a bag of dope in my kid's hand and have
Yeah, that's
you know what
different.
I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So
that's
I
different.
had to
That's what I'm saying.
protect them from him because I
Yeah,
refused to see them going to jail, getting killed, or you know what I'm saying? You using my kid as a foot soldier to
yeah,
do
that's
what you
different.
weak to do.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. And I'm so, and you know what I mean. It's my journey in life, right? For me to be 31 years old, I'm just starting to see uh how messed up I was, right? And I'm seeing like I have my stepson having a open house for kindergarten. I'm like, damn, I only probably been to my daughter's open house like once. I need to step up a little more, but I get it every other weekend. I said, yo, that's not enough. So
Mhm.
I'm starting to realize, I need to start taking some time. My daughter's 8 this year. She just turned 8. So me. I said, man, before you go home, we gonna sit down, just me and you, have breakfast, talk. You know what I mean? Because I'm starting to realize, you know what I mean, that shit is important. She's already 8. Next you know, she's gonna be 16, and then it's gonna be like, I don't want to hang out with this nigga no more.
Right.
I'm thinking about my boyfriend, whatever. You know what I mean? Them thoughts come, and you know what I mean. It is what it is, right? So I'm starting to say, man, I need to pick it up a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Life goes by fast, Miss Line. I'll say,
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just the younger generation, like now they're just see, like in my when I was younger, no matter who the adult was that chin checked me, I just took it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no cussing them out. You ain't my mama. I'll beat you. It was none of that. You can't talk to the younger generation now. Even like
and,
with my kids, if my mom disciplined my kids, even there was times when I thought she was too hard, I might have spoke up. But to feel like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a right to say nothing to my child, type shit. There's no way in hell I would have made my mom feel like she didn't have a right to say nothing or check my kid when they was in the wrong, and feel like I could still leave them with her. Cause she'd
mhm,
have been like, well, bitch, you can take your kids and go. You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? But this generation feel like they don't want to teach their kids properly. They don't want to give them no structure. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is your child still up at 4:00 in the morning? I don't be up dealing with no kid at 3:00 in the morning. Oh, just give them a tablet. No, I'm gonna beat their ass. But now you're mad at me. You don't want me to watch your child. You think I'm mistreating your child. I come from a different era. Bedtime on a weekend at the latest was 9:00. I can't. It's hard. I can't wrap my, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it. It's different. I was one of them parents. I had 4 kids. I was able to multitask. You know why? Because they had structure. There's no way in the hell I gotta stop doing what I'm doing because you want to be in here clowning. If I did, you already know what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's just different. Like they make it seem like now they was just so abused. They were just so mistreated. But how respectful are y'all? Right now, today, I'm 51. If an elder say something to me and I don't like it, I'm going to tell them, but it's going to be in a respectful way. I will never stand up, even because I'm grown and feel like I'm just going to just cuss an elder out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not in me because that's not how I was raised.
And I feel like it's no respect, and I feel like, you know what I mean. That's why it is what it is, and especially, you know what I mean. It's so sad. I had an episode. I got a different podcast. Go check out Mr. Wonderful Life. Go check that out. Subscribe to it. But I feel like, you know what I mean, to the state of how sad it is. I get tired of seeing people having GoFundMe's because somebody died.
Yeah, because that's not something that's being taught. Like it's important to have life insurance and all of that. And then now, yeah.
I'm sorry, I got a little sinus infection. But anyway, you got people selling platters. You got people selling platters on online and GoFundMe's and shit like that, man. And if you know Boo Boo out here being a crash dummy, talking all kind of crazy shit, you know what I mean, living reckless, why not get some life insurance for him? Don't wait till the last minute to go to VFW and sell platters. You know what I mean? Don't wait till the last minute. If you know he's on some dumb shit, to get him some life insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life insurance ain't that expensive a month.
No, it's not.
It's not. You know what I mean? And it's preparing you for the real life. Everybody should have that. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of people. I'm like, at my job, being like, man, I didn't know it takes so many taxes out my check. Nigga, this is not the streets. This is a job. You got to pay taxes.
Yeah.
You got to pay taxes on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything got taxed. Gas got taxed. Food got taxed. You know what I mean? Unless you're on a zero tax, no sell tax state, you're going to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Like, we should already be competent. You know what I mean? We should already be ready for the real world. You know what I mean? But we're not getting the proper guidance to be ready for the real world.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like, it's really sad, man. And I feel like, you know what I mean, we should all be promoting, you know what I mean, stuff that push our kids to some positivity, man. Like, your goal shouldn't be as a young woman, oh, let me get pregnant so I can get Section 8. Like, that's like, we shouldn't be thinking like that. You should be focused on your education and getting some kind of skills so you can take care of yourself before you think about kids.
Right.
If it happens by accident, so be it. But you know what I mean? But you shouldn't be so ready to, you know what I mean, to have these babies like that. It's a lot of people just rushing to be adults, and it's sad.
It is. I mean, look at the situation with Boosie and his daughter and how she was caught having intercourse with a boy in the gym locker room or bathroom or however that went.
Mm-hmm.
But the mom, instead of her focusing on that, she's more focusing on bringing Boosie down. Like, as two parents, they should have came together and sat down and talked, and they both should have disciplined her. You know what I'm saying? But you making her feel like it was okay and he's wrong for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was wrong for about the way he went about it, but I'm just saying.
Like, but at the end of the day, everybody should get corrected. Like, I'm not, to this day, my father can tell me, Sherrod, you out of line. I'm like, yo, let me think about it. And eventually I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Like correction is good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Correction is good for everybody. At the end of the day, you won't get corrected some kind of way. Either you're gonna listen to people trying to correct you, or you can get locked up. Like sometimes, you know what I mean. Sometimes if somebody could say, you know what I mean, I feel like you should be able to say correct somebody in the proper way. Like let me say that, and using the right verbal, you know, be using the right verbiage to say to somebody is important. But like you should like correct kids need to get corrected, man. And you're just helping them out. Even adults, everybody need to get corrected in some kind of way. Like, but yeah, that Bucci situation was crazy. He was just trying to talk to his kids.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like it's a win lose in the situation. Parenting, like, especially if somebody you had a kid with is not in the right mindset.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the problem too, because even though sometimes the mom and the dad don't work out, there still is a lot of men who want to be there for their children.
Mm-hmm.
But when you dealing with a bitter baby mama and she uses the child as a weapon, it's hard for the father to step in. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. I see it all the time, and like a lot of people don't understand. Like, that stuff is just temporary. Like everybody got to get past this situation. I know everybody's get mad about wasting their time, but at the end of the day, this kid didn't ask to be here. We both decided for that kid to be here. The mom might have decided to keep the kid, but at the end of the day, you decide to keep it, and y'all got to just co-parent. I know it's hard, you know. I'm not a perfect co-parenter. Sometimes I curse a motherfucker out, like you know what I mean. Sometimes shit just come out of the spirit, you know what I mean, of pettiness. But at the end of the day, it does not help the kid, you know what I mean. And a lot of us fathers, we got some of us got this visitations. You know what I mean? Some of us do get the chance to get that 50-50, but you know, at the end of the day, you at her will in some kind of way, unless you want to keep on going to court.
They need to change the laws on that though. I feel like once it's established that he is the father, he should have the equal rights as a parent, you know, as the mom.
But I feel like on that situation, people should get forced to do a DNA test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, you know what I mean? Because it is people out here that not honest
Yeah.
and get stuck with babies. So I think that should be mandatory before you pay any kind of child support or any kind of support in general. Just to keep it clear and day, because it is people out here, it is men out here that get stuck with babies that are not theirs.
Yeah.
And that is real. And that sucks. But yeah, man, it's a sad situation where it comes to co-parenting. Hopefully, you know what I mean. It's I just feel like it's mainly us.
Yeah.
Like it is mainly us that really struggle with that.
I think it comes from lack of communication too.
And it comes from the parents. You know what I mean? Sometimes mothers
lack of communication when you're up. If you don't get that communication when you're being raised in the household, you're not gonna go out here and know how to communicate with nobody else.
And Miss Londa, and I'm telling you this right now, to really see this overall my life and look at my relationships with just women in general. My brother right here, brother, but just like really in life to see what these sisters are going through, and some of them not been taught how to be cleanly people. It's a lot of women that don't know how to take care of their bodies, don't know how to cook, don't have the simple women skills to be mothers or take care of themselves in general. It's a lot of women that don't got the mental capabilities to take care of themselves. Just alone taking care of themselves
Yeah,
because they wasn't taught.
yeah. Because it's like however you're raised, that's the norm to you. So if you was raised where you didn't have chores and you didn't have to clean the kitchen, take the garbage out, mop floors, wash walls on Sundays and all that, do laundry, it's not the norm to you.
But what about those who's accustomed to that and they still don't do it?
Then that's just something that's within them. Cause I understand that question because I be looking at some people and I'm like, you know, damn well you could have never been at home and did that, but why you want to live like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I go to somebody's house and I see it's nasty, I guarantee you I'm standing at the door. I'm not
You know,
going a step further.
and like that's why I said me and Lamar, I was EPing the show. We had that show called Start. It starts at home, and that shit. That to this day, that title in that show is probably the realest shit I ever heard because it really is. It's the
It's the
truth. It
truth.
starts at home.
It does. It
Everything
starts
starts.
at
Everything starts at home. That's the
from when
foundation. And if
when they get way high.
the
I tell
foundation isn't paved, then you know what I'm saying, where you gonna begin?
yeah,
Everything starts at home.
I tell my kids, you discipline them now, like at this age when they 2. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait till they 5. You've been letting them do it for 5 years. Now you want to slap the shit out of them? No, that's torture. They don't even understand why the fuck you just decided today to slap me for something I've been doing for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I think it's just the lack of like real parents, the lack of real parents, and lack of knowing how to show me productive love and shit like that. Why this shit is what it is, and till we fix this shit, it's gonna keep on going on. Doomsday is gonna keep on going on.
Yeah.
It said we live in a new time where things is different. Things ain't what they, you know what I'm saying, what they used to be. I don't know what I mean, you look at today's world, man. Today's world is totally different from what it was. And it's like a domino effect. Like I always say, it's a domino effect. Our generation got taught by the generation ahead of us, and the generation ahead of us was taught by the generation ahead of them, so forth and so on. But now things is totally different and it's changing. It's like it's like the baton is being passed to a whole nother runner, and they taking it and they ain't running the course, the normal course. They taking it and running it their way.
Yeah.
But all you can do is just adapt. You can't be stuck. You can't be stuck because the transition has to be made, and you got to figure out how you gonna maneuver through the situation now. Now that it's different, and a lot of parents can't really you know adjust. That's why there's a lot of chaos in the household because you can't. Because what kept the order in the household back in the day? Discipline,
Yep.
the fear of getting your ass beat. That's what kept the discipline. But now that that's out, they done took that out of the game. That was our number one tool for order. Now that that's out, there's no order. So if you
And
can't do it physical, then you gotta be able to do it what? Mental. You gotta do it more mental. And people ain't being capable of doing that because their mentals aren't right. They got too much things going on, childhood trauma, parent issue, mommy daddy issue, just a whole lot of stuff too. And they can't install this a lot of frustration and things of that nature. Because a lot of these people, these parents are frustrated because they got to do it by themselves. So add that all in the soup. What do you got? You got a fucked up soup that don't even
mhm.
taste right because it ain't cooked right. Kids is clay, and it's supposed to be molded. And if you ain't molding, they're gonna turn out.
Yeah, that's totally true. Like it all starts like again starts at home and with molding them and and I'm saying this, but these little black boys they definitely need to be molded more and more, and women, young girls too. It takes a tribe. It's too much. It's too crazy that you know what I mean, the system is raising them. The jail system is keep on raising these to get a new batch every week. You know what I mean? These young boys just picking up these chopsticks and shooting up cars and doing dumb shit, not worth nothing. You know what I mean? Not worth nothing. You shooting the car up because this boy got a red flag or he's a GD or a VD, whatever. Like you just shooting, you know what I mean? We just shooting each other. And the white man just laughing at us. Because the funeral homes making billions and billions of dollars every week. You know what I mean? Every month. Off us.
That ain't gonna change. That's just the way it's always been and how it's always gonna be.
We still Madengo fighting in 2023.
Yeah, it's sad.
But I came to a conclusion with, you look at the world and you wonder, you look at our community. Fuck everybody else. Look at our community. It's like where we're at on a totem pole, and does it seem like it doesn't really seem like it's going to be any glimpse of hope and change. Because I ask people, like, do you think things are going to change? And majority of them say no. Not majority of them, all of them say no, especially the older ones. Like our community is basically shot. And then you go to corner stores and talk to Arab. You ever talk to an Arab or one of those people that own a corner store in the hood and just pick their mind on the situation being our situation? Man, they not only do they talk down about ours, like it's no hope. I've been doing this for 25 years and I don't think it's going to get any better. They talk about theirs too. Like, hey, we ain't the only ones in the fucked up situation. But for me, I try to find a positive in a negative situation. And the positive in our negative situation is that how long has Jim Crow been over with? It's been over since 1968. So that's 54 years that we've been actually, given an opportunity to participate in this game. And look how far we got in a little over half of a century. So we could just maintain we're still crawling in the process. You got to trust the process. You got to crawl before you walk before you run. And we're still crawling with this. And I know there's a lot of negative, insights and things that we see and crazy shit, because that's what the institution that be that out there. So when you really think about that and how long it's been since, how much we accomplished in so little of a time, it's a little over 5 decades that we accomplished so much. Look at today and look what they was doing in the 60s and the 50s. They were still doing some really fucked up shit as far as drinking out of our pools, our water fountains and our restrooms, and can't go on to certain restrooms and all restaurants and all that stuff. So my point is, even though things look real bad in our community, man, we've came a long way. And you got to go through fire before you get sharpened up as a sword. So, the fire that we go through is what we're going through. Things can either make us or break us. Everybody going to heaven ain't going. You know what I'm saying? That type of time, meaning that everybody who's on that type of time is going to go forward while everybody can't go. Everybody else can't go. So, you can't focus on what they got going on, because what they eat, it represents us, but it don't make us shit.
Yeah.
So, I have faith. A lot of people don't have faith. I like to hold on to faith for my people. And one day, maybe my great grandkids, which ain't even here, maybe the ball will start rolling by, when they come around, and by the time they get adults and I end up having great grandkids, that ain't far. That's around the corner. 4 more decades, a lot can change in 4 decades for the good or the bad. So, you got to have some type of faith. Mustard seed, they say a mustard seed is so fucking small. But, what I'm saying, if it plants bright, good, and the soil's good, and when we believe in it and feeding it, that motherfucker will grow into something beautiful. And I believe that, one day we're going to really our people going to start showing signs of getting it together. Not everybody, but, those, the ones that really get it is going to get past it and move forward. What they need to do is go ahead and get Africa together and offer us to come over there and have our own goddamn little country. Those who want to come over and get, move forward and work in life and get it together and start all over some type of way. Like, yeah, come on over here. We're gonna hook you up. You ain't gotta worry about shit. We're gonna give you a decade. We're gonna give you 10 years of taking care of you, and then you go from there, give you everything you need. Just like America be doing to Somalians and everybody else.
But why
That'll
don't
speed up
America?
this process.
Why don't America do that for us then?
Because America don't give a fuck about us. Excuse me, I don't know if this is one of those type of times, but you know how
Africa,
it's coming.
do you think Africa give a fuck about us?
I think they all right, look, you can't help the world until your world is together.
Hey, Lamar, have you ever dealt with an African?
I deal with them every day. I'm a barber in the north side of Columbus. I deal with them every day for the last 8 to 9 years. And I talk to them.
And how do they feel about you? I had some bad experience with Africans.
I've been blessed to find some really good ones, man. I'll sit and talk to them. I done sit and talk to like about 50 to 60 of them in the last 5 years, and I question them. And one thing that I'm concerned with is their ideal of us, how they feel about us. And what I was told, and then later on it was confirmed through my research through the internet, is that they tell them before they get over here, the powers that be, they tell them don't fuck with us. So they already got a fucked up picture of us. They tell them don't stay away from us. They give them videos. They already got access to the internet, so they already see how crazy the internet is as far as we're concerned. It's off the hook. So they already got a mental picture of what they see, and now it's being confirmed by these white people because they ain't no white people and no African Americans in Africa. It's just them, so they don't know nothing. So when they come over here, they get this picture painted of us, and it's like we're gonna stay away from them. They get instructions not to fuck with us, but then when they get into the cesspool, they get more understanding of what it is. Some are simple-minded, but most get it because it ain't hard to get. But you can't help somebody outside your household until your household is together. That's why I said it starts at home. Home is the foundation. So Africa is going through what they're going through. They're suppressed. They're being suppressed and being taken advantage of, and they come to the realization that Africa don't need the world needs Africa. So they're trying to, get the white man and colonists and French and the Westerns all out so they can take back over and get control of their shit. So once they get control of their shit, then they'll be able to offer something like that. You got people from Ghana. You got Akon already promoting motherfuckers from Africa, from the United States to come on over to Africa because this is where it's at. So I can see them doing something like that. No time soon because they're going through some serious shit over in Africa with the BRICS and all this other extra stuff, possibly World War III with Russia and China, and it's a whole lot of shit. But they can't do nothing for us right now. They just realizing that we've been giving the French been getting 800 billion a year off of our resources. So we're going to cut that out, uranium and all that, and get us together. So, yeah, I see that possible if they was in the right position.
Yeah, what I mean?
But they get sick of Americans. Here's it is. People have been watching these goddamn bullies all this for forever. And people will eventually, motherfuckers going to getting sick of it. And that's what's happening now, slowly but surely. They're getting sick of it. All this gay stuff going on, and they pressing people to accept the homosexuals of the world and all this other stuff, the whole gay agenda, man, they're getting sick of it. Sick of America. So what else? That would be the greatest plan. With how you attack America, how you attack this bully? By their pockets, touching their pockets. And that's what they're doing with the BRICS thing, right? So what's the power? Why is black dollar the most powerful dollar in the United States? Right. You take that from them, what we always screaming, let's stop working. Let's stop buying. Black Friday and everybody just, damage the economy because we bring so much to the table financially because all we are to them and ever been to them since the day that they start enslaving us and all that, we're paymasters. That's all we are, paymasters.
That's it. The black almighty dollar, that's all we are to them. We've always been customers, never been the seller.
But take that away, see how much damage that's going to do.
But we already tried that. We already tried it. Marcus Garvey told them, let's jump on the ship. Let's go back.
Man, niggas didn't want to jump on the ship. Hey, imagine if they got about 250,000 black our people to go over to Africa. 250,000, and it start growing, and then everybody else within 10 years after the first batch count, it's after we all are successful in Africa, and then the rest want to come over here. And then in 20 years afterwards, 2.5 decades, you got half the African Americans in the United States over in Africa. Everybody ain't gonna want to go, but those that see the potential and see what's being built, they're gonna want to be a part of it. And what's gonna happen to America? They ain't gonna have that black dollar.
But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We were programmed to see the fucked up part about Africa. We think people still live in bushes in Africa. You know, that's what they projected on us. Oh man, Africa just the dirtiest continent.
And the same with us.
You know what I mean?
They did that. That's how they feel about us. All them niggers over there, they crazy, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? Just look here. Let me show you. All they gotta do is pull up some shit on YouTube, and it's gonna show the picture. Like, yeah, they crazy. They fucked up over there in the United States. Look at them, sagging. They kissing their boyfriends, and they all. It's just all messed up over there. I let them tell it. So it's the mind programming of the system and the internet and the media and all that. Remember back in the day when it was like showing those commercials where a penny a day or $1 a day can feed this child, blah, blah, blah. And we looked, and it was just all fucked up. And we had that in our mind that Africa was just fucked up. Yeah. Parts of Africa is, just as parts of our community is fucked up. Ain't no perfect community out there, but they focus on the negativity of the world.
Exactly. But man, before we get the fuck out of here, let the people know where they can find you. Go ahead, Miss Londa.
You guys can find me still on YouTube and Instagram. I have an Instagram called Queens Talk TV. You can find me on YouTube. I'll be posting promotion videos on YouTube, but my shows will be on Queens Talk TV Network on the Roku, Google Play Store, Amazon, and soon the Apple Play Store. And you can also view me on the web. My show starts back up this Thursday. Well, I'll be pre-recording and uploading it for Sunday, but then I have a live show, Queens Talk Live, on this Saturday at 7. It'll be on Roku, and it will be on the web and the Google Play Store.
Hey, Miss Yolanda, you were so far back, I couldn't even tell if it was you. I ain't heard you in a while. I didn't get the voice recognition. I'm Jarrell. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, you gotta catch me in traffic on these right here. Ain't much happening. I got too much going on right now. But I'm here. Let's put it that way. I'm here.
You know, this has been another episode of the Rods Uncensored Show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I think, you know, I might put something out on Thursday. I don't know yet. Also, go check out Mr. Wonderful Life, my new channel. We're going to talk about some social issues, a little tap in, a little deeper. Some Black history. I'm going to, you know me, giving on that. And, you know me, some other stuff I've got going on that channel. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to that channel. I think, you know, maybe this Thursday I'm going to talk about some divorce type shit. You know what I mean? Life after divorce.
Oh,
I think people need to hear that. So that's what it's going to be on Thursday, life after divorce. And I'm going to, you know, give the ups and downs about that. So make sure you listen to that this Thursday. I'm going to do Thursday at 8 p.m. If anybody's interested, I'm jumping on. Let me know. Hit my Instagram at RodPod21 or Rod Uncensored Network. You can hit me on Facebook about it. And it's been another episode. Hopefully y'all have a good night. And we're out.
All right.